Báilte go bun scoil Acharacle, has sin a gíri gíisi gut me in school seo. Hello, welcome to Acharacle Primary School. We would like to tell you how eco-friendly this school is and how pretty it is comparing to the old school. Acharacle Primary is on the Ardnamurchan Peninsula, which is the most westerly point on the British mainland. The environment means a lot to us. We live in a rural area and many of the people depend on the land to make a living through fishing, forestry and crofting.
The school is very important to the community and we badly needed a new school for many years. The old one is over 130 years old. Our community campaigned for 20 years to have a new school built. Mrs. Cameron was involved in the campaign right from the start.
Mrs. Cameron, tell us about the old school and what happened to give us this new amazing building.
Well, the old school was in a dreadful condition and we campaigned for over 20 years to get this new school. And it was decided very early on we would like this to be an eco-friendly, sustainable project. The whole community all helped us. One of the reasons we really have it though is thanks to Highland Council.
We love our new school and how it was built with the environment in mind. Here to tell us a bit more about how special it is Mr. Sam Foster from the Gryer Group. He is one of the architects that helped to design our school for us. How did you design our building to save energy and cut carbon?
Well, we did two very simple things to save energy. We put in as much insulation as the client, Highland Council, could possibly afford to do because the building's so well insulated and so airtight, so there's so few drafts, that the heat that comes off people like you, the school children, when they come into the building in the morning is enough to actually heat the classroom. So we need very, very little energy to heat the building itself. And we've got lots of really nice big windows which are all triple glazed and they're filled with a special gas that stops a lot of the heat getting out. And the other thing we did as well when we were thinking about the system that we were going to use and how we would cut carbon, we discovered that by using this solid timber construction system, all of this wood actually locks in carbon dioxide. The other thing we did to reduce resource use was make sure that any electrical goods that went in, we made sure that those were as energy efficient as possible, and that reduces the electrical demand too. And the other big thing we did is we only used renewable materials to build our building with.
Our school doesn't use a lot of resources. How did you do this?
Well as making the building really well insulated and really airtight, we looked at everything else, all the other resources that would come in. So the other big resource that a building uses is water. The water that falls on the classroom roofs goes down into a big tank in front of the multipurpose classroom. And from there, that's pumped back up and it flushes the toilets in the classroom wing. We put a wind turbine on the hill behind the school. And the wind turbine produces enough electricity to come down and heat up hot water that's through in the plant room in those big cylinders. And from that, the hot water gets circulated around the different rooms and into the heated panels in the walls.
You've created a good learning environment too, haven't you?
Yeah, that's right. In each of the classrooms we've got monitoring systems for 4 key things, and that's daylight, relative humidity, carbon dioxide and temperature. Now, the reason we're monitoring them is because those are the 4 things that create a good learning environment.
Now you know more about our eco-friendly school, but this isn't just an eco-friendly building. We have eco-friendly people and staff in it too. Here's Ailey from the Eco Schools Committee to tell us more.
To recycle, we have blue bins which we put paper and stuff in. We also have gardens outside our classes which we can plant vegetables and fruits. P5 to 7 made an eco-friendly calendar and sold it in the shop. In the office, we reuse stuff like envelopes and we give the paper shreddings to locals for their hens, rabbits and gerbils. Climate change is one of the biggest challenges of our time. We think it's important to protect the environment and nature for now and for the future. With the help of Highland Council and others, we now have a fantastic eco-school and everyone working together to cut carbon and the other resources we use.